Your journey begins in a cramped den under the roots of an old tree somewhere in the dense forests of Europe. When you first open your eyes, still blurry and unable to focus, you find yourself in the company of four siblings. Your mother, a massive wildcat with dark stripes on sandy gray fur, vigilantly watches the den entrance. Welcome to a world where every day is a fight for survival. The first weeks of your life are full of contradictions. On one hand, you're protected in a warm den and your mother takes care of you, bringing fresh prey. On the other hand, dangers lurk even here. One night, a hungry fox tries to enter your den. Mother fiercely defends the entrance, hissing and swinging her clawed paws. The fox retreats, but the next day, Mother decides to move the litter. She grabs you by the scruff and carries you through the open forest to a new shelter. You feel your heart pounding wildly when a huge bird of prey swoops overhead. Two of your brothers don't make it to the new den. One snatched by a hawk, another lost during the move. Welcome to the wild, where kitten survival rate is only 30%. By 3 months, you're actively learning the art of hunting. Mother shows you how to lurk in tall grass, how to move silently while staying close to the ground, how to calculate your jump. Your first attempts to catch a vole end in failure. It slips away at the last moment, leaving you empty-pawed with a stomach growling from hunger. After weeks of training, you finally catch your first prey, a tiny mouse. It's a small victory, but one that only briefly satisfies your hunger. To survive, you need to catch up to 10 rodents daily. A miss means a hungry day, and several hungry days in a row could mean death, especially in winter. Hunting takes up to 16 hours a day. No rest, no days off, no guarantees of success. Your life now is continuous hunting. By 8 months, Mother drives you from her territory. You're now a loner in this vast world. You need to find your own territory, and it's not an easy task. You cross through others' territories, risking encounters with larger and more experienced wildcats. One such conflict leaves a deep wound on your shoulder and a painful lesson: never linger in someone else's land. After weeks of searching, you find a small patch of forest bordering some fields. Not ideal, but better than nothing. You mark the territory, leaving scent marks on trees and rocks. This land is now yours, but you must constantly defend it. And it's too small to always provide enough food. One day, you notice strange constructions at the edge of your territory, metal things that smell of humans. You keep your distance, guided by instinct, but not all wildcats are so careful. In the morning, you hear the pitiful cries of a trapped wildcat. It's caught in a poacher's trap. You can't help and retreat deeper into the forest. Humans are an unpredictable threat. They reduce your hunting grounds by building roads and cutting down forests. They bring their domestic cats, which can transmit diseases you have no immunity to. Over 90% of the wildcat population in Europe has already disappeared due to human activity. Your existence becomes more precarious with each passing year. Winter arrives, the cruelest test. Snow makes hunting difficult. Rodents hide deeper, and the cold demands more energy to maintain warmth. You lose up to 20% of your weight during the winter months, despite all efforts. Your fur becomes thicker, but it's not enough on the coldest nights. You curl up in an empty badger's den, conserving heat. Hunting becomes a desperate necessity. Each failure brings you closer to starvation. Many wildcats don't survive their first winter. You manage to survive, but barely, at the cost of constant exhausting search for food and endless struggle against the cold. By 2 years old, you reach maturity. During mating season, you find a female, and after a fierce fight with a rival, win the right to mate. But this is just the beginning. The female raises the offspring alone, without your help. Of the 5 kittens born, only 2 will survive to an age where they can hunt independently, and only one might reach maturity and continue the lineage. such as nature's harsh balance. 90% of wildcats don't leave surviving offspring. By 7 years, you're already an old wildcat, if you've been lucky enough to live this long. Your fur dulls, reflexes slow, teeth wear down. A young male forces you from your territory, and you must make do with meager hunting grounds. In the wild, there's no place for the weak and old. One cold winter, after several days without a successful hunt, you fall asleep under the roots of a tree and never wake up. This is the complete life cycle of a wildcat, short, harsh, but free and true.